My husband was so jealous of my son that he decided to get into his ex-wife's pants. Now he's on the verge of madness because I'm leaving him. I and my husband have been married for 3 years, dating for 6. He has an ex-wife which he divorced a year before we met. We have a son who was adopted after we got married and who I love as my own child because he is. I know my husband, Peter, is bisexual, but I have no problem with it, and I had no problem with his ex-wife, Allison. I did have a problem with his family as they're a bit homophobic and are always telling Peter he should get back together with Allison. Well, 2 weeks ago, we were at his family's town because it was my son, Jack's, fake name, birthday, and we wanted to spend it as a family. My mother-in-law decided it would be a good idea to invite Allison, so she arrived in the middle of the party. I didn't want to ruin Jack's birthday, so I stayed quiet. I spent all my time with Jack, playing with him and his cousins at his request. When it was time to cut the cake, I noticed Allison and Peter weren't there, so I went inside and looked for them around the house. I found them in Peter's old bedroom taking their clothes off. I stood there in shock for a moment, but then I left and went back to celebrating Jack's birthday. Part of me wanted to scream and cry, but I also was in shock and I refused to make Jack's birthday about me. We cut the cake and opened the presents. People were already leaving when Allison and Peter came back. Peter took me aside and started saying that